the big question that we all have been waiting to hear the right answer. Could it be the nanny or the chef? Who exactly is behind this unfortunate event that befell Davido's first son, Ifeanyi, on a very fateful night in their home in Banana Island? Guys, this is very, very shocking and traumatizing. As it is right now, about 9 persons were arrested in Davido's household, of which 7 have been released, but 2 were detained in the police station. And this 2 is the nanny and the chef. Guys, these people are very, very suspicious, and their statements are not even making sense at all. Like, both of them are denying to be with Ifeanyi. Why? If your hands are clean, why will you deny? You just come out and say, okay, this is how it happened. But the both of them are seriously contradicting themselves. And from observations, it is a very, very possible chance that the people who were behind the death of Ifeanyi could either be the nanny and the chef, or the nanny alone, or maybe the chef alone. But these 2 people, the killer is amongst them, and it is very, very scary. A lot of us pay house helps to come and stay with us, take care of our children. How can we now trust the people living with us after seeing this incident? You paid someone hugely to take care of their child, and yet they go behind your back to commit a malicious crime against you, as far as and as bad as taking the life of an innocent little child. Guys, this is very, very scary, and I cannot even fully express how I feel about this. It is so painful. It is so painful. As a matter of fact, the whole of Nigeria is currently mourning right now. It is a black day. It is a black day for we Nigerians to lose our very own popular favorite artist's son. Guys, this is very, very sad. Well, before I even go deeper to read the full statement from the police, I just want to be sure that you are doing okay. And if this is your very first time of stumbling on this channel, you are highly welcome to Gist Central, the #1 blog for the latest and trendiest news on the internet. All I need you to do for me right now is to kindly subscribe to this channel, Gist Central, and also turn on your post notification by smashing the bell button down below, so you'll be one of the very first persons to see our next video. And to my all-time subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with Gist Central, for always watching our videos, and most especially for always sharing our videos. I really appreciate. I say all of that, and I am grateful. Guys, I'm going to be reading the full statement from the police. Well, there are indications that the police might conduct an autopsy to determine whether Ifeanyi Adeleke died as a result of drowning in a swimming pool at his father's residence in the Banana Island area of Lagos State. An impeccable source who confirmed the development said it was standard practice for the police to conduct an autopsy in such a case, adding, however, that the police would desist from the move if the deceased family members were against it. Though the family members are not saying anything yet because they are still in shock, but until anybody says stop, the standard procedure is to conduct an autopsy, and we are going to follow that procedure just like in any case of death, the source said. Explaining further, the source said out of the 8 domestic workers interrogated by the police in connection with Ifeanyi's death, the cook and nanny, whose job was to cater for the well-being of the 3-year-old boy, has been detained for reasons including the failure to uphold the duty of care of the minor. The source said it was the work of the nanny to take care of the child, Ifeanyi. The nanny was negligent, or how could the boy have left the house without her knowledge? The boy left the house, walked to the back where the swimming pool is situated, and fell into the swimming pool. Nobody noticed until much later at that point in time. He had drowned and was at the bottom of the swimming pool. Guys, this statement, after reading it, I just feel so sad. How can the nanny not know when this boy left the house and he followed the back, because that is where the pool is? He walked to the back where the swimming pool was and fell inside, and nobody noticed? How? The security will call. Where was he? The bodyguards that are always standing outside by the fence, where were they when this little boy stepped out of the house? Are they trying to tell me that big house where they had over 9 persons in Nobody was in the sitting room. Everybody was inside their room. They locked themselves inside the room or what? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. There is no way one or two persons wouldn't have seen this boy. Guy, I even feel like there is more than just one culprit in this issue. I feel like there is more than one person in Davido's house that is behind the death of this little boy. Because the thing and the story no clear at all. There is nothing that is making or putting the pieces together for us. There is nothing that is putting the puzzles together for us. How can this boy leave the kitchen? You are the chef. You left him. You finished feeding him, and then you were maybe doing something, and the boy stepped out. Like, you know what the chef was saying? The chef said the nanny brought him, Ifeanyi, to him to feed, and then the nanny went out. And he fed the boy. After feeding the boy, he said he gave the boy to the nanny. He gave the boy to the nanny. But the nanny is saying that she gave the boy to Ifeanyi and the chef did not bring the boy back to her. Sorry, she gave the boy Ifeanyi to the chef and the chef did not bring the boy back to her. My dear, see now. This is where the problem is. Because both of them, their statements are not in line. It is contradicting. Their statements are not in line. Which means there is something fishy and very, very suspicious about the chef and the nanny, guys. And the killer is either the both of them or between the both of them. Or even self, the killer may be one of them and also another accomplice in that house. Because I am sure for that boy to successfully go outside without anybody noticing, who knows, maybe somebody assisted him into it. Yes, someone assisted him. And while they are trying to do the investigation, autopsy and all, I just also want them to go for this. Why have they not gone for the CCTV footage? That is the very first thing that this police should go after, the CCTV footage in his house. But they are yet to go for the CCTV footage, and then they are going through a rigorous process of autopsy. Personally, I do not think that they should skip the CCTV and go for autopsy. First, check the CCTV footage, confirm everything that needs to be confirmed within that time that this unfortunate incident occurred. And then if you are seeing something else that does not really make sense to you or is not adding up, then you can go for autopsy. Because right now, I don't know, the only witness was Ifeanyi. Unfortunately, he is no more. Oh God. So the only witness we have right now is the CCTV. And I do not know why they are hesitating. Or maybe, who knows, Davido has evacuated every single person from his house. The house is locked. And maybe they are yet to get his permission to open up his house and get the CCTV footage, since rumors has it that Davido and Chioma has been staying in Davido's father's house because they cannot bear the loss. And you know, staying in your own house where you'll be getting memories and all, my dear, it's not easy. So yes, Davido and Chioma are currently in Davido's father's house, and his house has been evacuated and it is locked. So I think maybe that is the reason why they are yet to get the CCTV footage, because according to the police, they say they are yet to hear from his parents directly, and so the person handling this matter is just the lawyer. They are yet to even hear from Davido or anything. Their phones have been switched off ever since the unfortunate incident happened, guys. This story is just too sad. It is too sad. And I pray that God gives Davido and Chioma the strength. There is nothing more painful. Look, there is a name for a child that loses the father and mother. There's a name for a woman that loses her husband. There is a name for a man that loses his wife. But the name for a parent or parents that lose their children, my dear, there is nothing like that. That is to tell you that you cannot express the grief. There is no word you can use to express, no word is enough to express the grief that a parent will pass through just to, mourn their child and all. Guys, this is very, very heartbreaking, and it is tearing my heart apart. We need to be watchful of the people we have in our homes. The housemaid, the living maid, chef, security man, gardener. We need to be watchful. Even lesson teachers. We need to be watchful of the people we allow into our homes, because, my dear, evil is out there. Well, guys, tell me what you think about the police trying to do an autopsy for Ifeanyi, and tell me, who do you think is possible or responsible for the death of the late Ifeanyi? Could it be the nanny or the chef? Well, kindly subscribe to this channel if you are yet to subscribe, and also do not forget to do us a huge favor by sharing this video on all of your various social media platforms. Thank you guys so much, and see you soon. Bye bye.